Hey there, Ryan Kingsline here. I wanted to run up to the rooftop and share this thought with you real quick. It's beautiful, but it's a bit of a windy day, as you can tell. But as I'm launching ZBrush workshops, this new ZBrush workshops, and as I'm thinking about everything that's coming for the year 2013, my own focus, and then my students' focus, and the company focus, stuff like that, I started to think about something. Because here I am in India, this beautiful, wonderful, kind of magical place. And it occurred to me that India is really a story. When I say the word India, you probably got all these ideas inside your head, all these magical images of elephants, swimming with elephants, saris, beautiful clothing, maybe an old man smoking a pipe or drinking chai, some old woman half draped, just staring out and laying out on a Sunday afternoon. A lot of images. India is a story to a lot of us, as are all the places that we visit before we go there. But I've been here about 2 months, and I could tell you a couple of other stories about India. India could also be a bunch of screaming teenagers darting through traffic on a moped, in between rickshaws and honking horns and a whole bunch of other stuff, right? That's one story that you're probably not thinking about when you think about India. But that's also part of it. And as I was in a rickshaw and there was a teenager darting by, screaming, of course, it occurred to me that this is the artist's journey. And I've always loved traveling because it brought me closer to parts of myself that were just inaccessible in my home, wherever I was. They were walled off, basically. Because that's what home does. It walls things off so that you're safe, comfortable, happy, you have all the resources that you need to thrive in the direction you want to thrive. But when you travel, you don't have those walls. You don't have that comfort. You just don't. And that's what being an artist is like. Because as an artist, you can find a home. You can find a style, something you repeat over and over and over again, right? That's a home. And that's fine, and people make a living that way, and they do that. And that's one direction to go. But then this other direction, which I've always been compelled to just find new things, learn new things, discover new things, and try out new things. ZBrush might be this new journey for you. Clay might be this new journey for you. It's not home. What do you do when you are exploring something that is not home to you? And that's really what I wanted to come up here and talk to you about. Just kind of share some thoughts. Because when you're not home, you're not safe, you're not comfortable, there's a couple of key things that I think are really important. And whether you sign up for a class at ZBrush Workshops, the master classes, the academy, or the atelier, the subscription program, whether you do any of those things, it doesn't matter, because in your life, you're an artist. Even if you don't use ZBrush and your son is checking out ZBrush and you've come to my site and you've checked this out, you're an artist in a lot of different ways, in your own way. Whether you're doing that or not is all the same. And so this all applies. If you're experiencing something new, you're jumping into some unknown, I think the first most important thing for you and me to be aware of is the story. What is the story that we have in our minds? What is an artist? What are we supposed to be doing? Are we supposed to be this mega accomplished, awesome artist? Are we supposed to be Da Vinci? That's the story I had when I left my small town, I think Ventura, when I was 23 or 24, and I flew all the way to Philadelphia, left my home to learn the traditional arts. I had it in my mind that I had to be Da Vinci, and I just had to find the teacher that would bring Da Vinci out of me. Okay? That was a massive mistake. It took a long time to get past that understanding, to realize that story was impacting me. Because I'm not Da Vinci. I'm Ryan Kingsline. You are you. Everybody has their own story, their own direction, and I was living somebody else's life, as are a ton of traditionally trained people. They start out thinking they have to be this. They have to fit the Jean-Jacques Louis David model, and it's just not true. You have to find your path. And so, as we start out on this journey not knowing where or what, or having the walls around us to protect us, one of the most important things we can have is just understanding what is our story and our expectations. So you might be starting a class at ZBrush Workshops. This might be gearing up for your first day. You might be taking the intro. You might be taking a basket weaving class somewhere else. You want to think about what is the story, what are your expectations of yourself? Because the story is expectations. The story sets up the expectations in you. Okay, that I'm Da Vinci and I need to be able to draw a perfect circle. My expectation is I draw a perfect circle and I don't screw up. That's a really important expectation. Da Vinci didn't screw up, okay? Because he burned all his screw-ups, right? And I don't have the luxury of burning my screw-ups before my eyeballs see them because, that's not the way this works. That's the way it works when you're living somebody else's life. When you're living your life, you see everything. You see all the mistakes. So you got to look through that, look past that, get to the core, and unthink those walls and that story that you built up of who you are and what you should be able to accomplish. If you can unthink that, if you can go back to just what is your primary desire, not what are the stories and the expectations you've woven about this. If you can connect with yourself as a human being, then you can see in a new light. It's the same here in India. If I come here with these expectations of on-demand running hot water, perfect toilet everywhere I go, some sort of, let's say North American manners, bump into you, say I'm sorry, some sort of personal expectation of space, I'm going to be woefully disappointed in India because that does not exist. And so one of the things I had to do was shed that, just remove that. Thankfully, my wife is Indian, so she shed that for me a long time ago. But coming here open heart, open mind, you can experience a lot and make your own story. Come to one of my classes. Come to any artistic journey you go down with an open mind, an open heart, ready to experience your flaws, the flaws of those around you, and be open to learning something new. Be open to seeing where your expectations are positive and where they're negative, and be open to make the change, to advance your knowledge, to embrace something new, and to make something new part of your life. So I just wanted to share that with you. I hope it resonates and brings some value to your life and to your brand new year. And good luck with everything you do. And if you're a ZBrusher, happy ZBrushing. Talk to you later.